How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Against the Odds Betting. As always, I'm your host, Spider. Don't mind me. Don't mind my language. Of course, I'm Jamaican, so some of my words I do get misconstrued, or what the case may be. But to start tonight off, we're just gonna jump right into it. If you do have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Always somebody there to answer your problems, of course. Right? Um, we have our leans, we have our likes, and possibly some locks. But I never like to give any locks because it's always possibly somebody with a key to actually potentially pick your lock. So I'm always iffy on giving you guys particularly locks as well. Some of my leans I'm going to start with will be Malcolm Brogdon under 15.5 points, rebound, and assists. Reason why we're going under throughout the season as well. Malcolm Brogdon have performed wonderfully for the Boston Celtics coming off the bench, providing them with some offense, whether that's making some points, passing the ball, making some three-pointers as well. But based on his injury that we've seen, he's actually fighting a left elbow injury, which will actually affect his shot if he do plays. Of course, I don't see no reason why he's not going to play in the game totally, but I do believe that Boston Celtics actually limit his minutes to actually allow us to go under 15.5 PRA based on what he have been doing for the Boston Celtics. Another one I'm going to have for you guys. Listen, don't stop watching. Don't block me or anything like that, all right? I'm also looking at Gabe Vincent under 17.5 points, rebound, and assists as well. So the first one was Malcolm Brogdon under 15.5 PRA. Second one, Gabe Vincent under 17.5 PRA. And once again, the reason why we lean towards is under Gabe Vincent have been coming off the bench for Miami and sometimes even in the starting lineup as well, providing them once again with wonderful minutes, hitting a couple three-pointers. And we even seen that game where he had like 6 3-pointers. It's almost like he couldn't miss, right? But he's also facing injury as well. So Gabe Vincent, I'm looking for him under 17.5 points, rebound, and assists because once again his playing time might be limited. All right. So those will be my two leans for you guys. My likes for you guys tonight would be actually we're gonna start with MLB. We're gonna start with the Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics. All right, pretty much Oakland Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners, and the Seattle Mariners are actually 25-25 versus a team that's actually 10-41. I don't know about you guys, but it is going to be hard for me to, on any given day, for me actually come on the show and give you a pick. That's where I'm actually going to take somebody that's 10-41 for the season versus 25-25. 25-25 is actually more even. That give me at least an even percentage at 50% chance for that team actually cashing for us. They did it for us last night. I'm going right back to the well for the Seattle Mariners money line as well. They probably could beat them. Definitely should be able to beat them by more than 1 point. But just for safety, I am definitely leaning toward for the Seattle Mariners as well. Apparently, we do got a special guest in the back. He done disappeared. I think he probably done heard my voice or whatever the case may be. But as we should continue, right? So we got some nosy neighbors. All right, you can put that. You talk about 1-800-GAMBLER. I might be ready to call him as well. All right, but that's a different story. Jason Tatum, he been on the season for the playoffs so far. He been averaging 8.8 rebounds per game, and tonight it's no different. I'm looking. Depends on your betting sports book. If you're actually betting online, I would actually look to Jason Tatum for 7 or 8+ rebounds on the line. I do know they have him at over under 10.5. Last game he had 10 rebounds by the third quarter, so take that with a grain of salt if you will. But just for safety, I would actually take him for 7 or 8 rebounds. I think that definitely he should cash for us, Jason Tatum. We're over 2.5 shots on goal, and in the last video we said, guess what? He actually had 3. They took 1 back from him for safety issues. We're gonna take him for 2+ shots on goal, and he actually got us 4 shots on goal in that one. No points. But on a single bet parlay, I definitely do like rope hints tonight for anytime goal scorer. But more so, his shots on goal. I'm going right back to the well in which I'm going to take him for 2+ shots on goal. Another guy that I have for shots on goal would be Shea Theodore, over 1.5 shots on goal. Previous game he had 3. These are guys that normally they may not always score in every single game or anything like that, but with their potential of their minutes that they do play on the ice. I know a lot of you guys do not watch hockey. I take the time and the pleasure to actually indulge in those endeavors. All right, so Shea Theodore, over 1.5 shots on goal. Whether or not he scored, that doesn't matter to us. We just need him to shoot at least 2 shots on goal, and he's always looking to score. So I like him for definitely. And another one that I have for you guys would be, we've seen what the Florida Panthers are doing. Hopefully, Miami Heat can close the series out tonight, but we definitely know that Jason Tatum and them done got game 4, so now the series is actually down 3-1. Miami 3, Boston Celtics 1. And with that momentum that they do have from that last game, I can actually see Boston Celtics trying to rally themselves if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can actually have a good performance in that one as well. And if Miami want to win, somebody call Bam Adebayo right now and tell him that he cannot have 10 points and he trying to move on to the NBA Finals. Can't happen, sir. Can't happen. You need to go out there and be dominant and aggressive on that one, right? But nonetheless, I say that to say this because the Florida Panthers, just like the Miami Heat, at least the Florida Panthers had advanced from their conference finals. The Miami Heat from South Beach. If you live in South Beach right now, everybody is damn near doing good. We talking golf players, basketball players, NBA players, hockey players, you name it. You in South Beach, what a time to be alive. I promise you, right? What a time to be alive. But with that being said, they are facing a Dallas team that is actually hungry, trying to get themselves and do themselves something as well. But one of the things I noticed about these games doing the NHL playoffs would be that the +1.5. So basically, each team's not to lose by more than 2 goals have actually been 7-0. To my surprise. So basically, if we have been betting on these teams +1.5 for all these times, you would have won 7 of your tickets and not lose any. That's basically what I'm saying. It been 7-0 for the +1.5, but I'm gonna do myself one better. Instead of, as I like to say, go buy yourself an extra point or whatever case may be. It doesn't hurt. Depends on the price that you're willing to actually pay. So I'll actually go Dallas. Instead of +1.5, I would actually go Dallas +2.5 with a game under 7.5, which would actually bring you to anywhere between a +106 to a +120. Depends on your sports betting app, of course, right? The last one I'm gonna give you guys would be Caleb Martin. I actually do like this guy for his 3-pointer. Said Gabe Vincent, based on his ankle injury, which is actually injured himself. Nobody actually injured him, but he actually injured himself, just like Kevin Durant in that Phoenix warm-up, in which he actually injured himself in warmers. But once again, that's a different story for a different day. actually do like Caleb Martin for over 1.5 made threes. In his last 3 games during the series, Game 1 he had 3 3-pointers. Game 2 he had 4, and in the previous game he actually had 2. So asking him to get 2 3-pointers, I don't think that's too much for us to ask of him. And as always, you go on YouTube, we don't ask you anything much, right? Most people that do have a YouTube, you do have a email that you're actually signed in on. You go on there on YouTube, just like anything else that you search up, all capital letters, ATOS bets. Like, subscribe. It does not cost you anything. I take the time of my day trying to provide you guys with great content, so you guys potentially can win yourself some money. Um, and what do we ask you for? Something that actually costs you absolutely nothing, right? Good luck to you. Better luck to me. And if you're one of those people out there that decide not to subscribe or not to like, if you got me on Facebook, don't worry about it, because I will be posting my tickets as well so you can see them. Fuck the haters. You get my point. Good luck to you guys.